I'm going to attempt to tell you about a movie that I have no idea how to explain. I saw everything everywhere all at once today, and I saw it with my kid, and that was the perfect person to see this with whom to see this movie because well, first of all, my kid's the one who's been wanting to see it since it came out. And I remember at one time I was like, maybe we should just rent it. And my kid was like, no, we need to see this in the movie theater. 1,000,000%. This is a film that needs to be seen in a movie theater. That's the first thing. I really truly had no idea what to expect from this movie. I knew that it had Michelle Yeoh. I'd seen trailers, so I knew that there was going to be, it was going to be something that was going to be blowing your mind with the visuals, that there was going to be action. I think that I understood that there was going to be a multiversal component to it, but I truly had zero clue what I was getting myself into, but like in the very best way. I don't even know where to start, like at all. But let me start with uh, just to lay out the film for you. I'm going to try to I want to do a review that would encourage people to go see this movie without any spoilers, but with somehow conveying the depths of the feels that this movie gave me. When it looks to me on the outset like it's just going to be more about a visual feast for the eyes and what can these guys, the Daniels, who are the directors, it's Daniel somebody, I don't remember his last name, and then another Daniel, and I don't remember his last name. And this particular, if you go see this in the movie theater right now, what they're doing, because this is the re-release of the film, I'll have to look and see when the original movie came up and out in the theaters, and I'll tell you right over here. And so what they do in the beginning is they basically welcome us to the theater. Just the two of them, like, are on screen and saying how this is a re-release, and they are so thankful for the success of the film and all of this sort of thing. And they encourage, if you've seen the movie more than once, to like shout out how many times you've seen it. And there was a lady in front of us who was like, "I've this is my fourth time. I've seen it 4 times," and everybody was laughing. And uh, it was really cool that we did that. So I'm really really glad that we went to the theater for that reason. So this movie starts with Michelle Yeoh. She's living her life, married to Wayman, who is played by. Okay, hold on a second. I have to go look up his name because I don't remember anybody's name. It doesn't mean that I don't love them, because when I saw, it's not even when I saw him, it's when I heard his voice that I lost my mind. So hold on a second. Okay, Ki Hee Kwan. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Chances are I'm not. Chances are I took a nap and I didn't brush my hair as usual for you guys. But I hear his voice and I'm like, that's the guy. I go to the kid who was born in 2005. And I'm sad to say hasn't even seen the first Indiana Jones movie yet, which we need to correct. I was thinking about that, but let alone the Indiana Jones with him in it. But I go, isn't that the kid from Indiana Jones and the Goonies? And it's like, I don't know. So I lost my mind because the fact that in his voice is still like, I can still hear that little kid, just 5 stars. Chef's kiss was so great. I was so happy to see him. But get back to him in a second. But so they're living their life trying to prepare for, of all things, an audit with the IRS. The most It's the most banal, like stressful kind of situation that you can gets set up here in the first part of the movie, where they're living in this probably in I think it's an apartment like over the laundromat that they own. Stacks of papers, like it's just chaos basically. Trying to get ready for this audit and look at all these receipts and stuff. There's people downstairs in the laundromat who needs help, so going downstairs to the laundromat, and it's just this guy's money got stuck in the thing, and this lady needs to pick up some clothes that aren't down there and have to go back upstairs. So it's just like it makes you they make you feel Michelle Yeoh's like current life, her situation. Goes to the IRS, where their tax person is played by Jamie Lee Curtis, which I did know that Jamie Lee Curtis was going to be in this, and Jamie Lee Curtis is almost unrecognizable as Jamie Lee Curtis as this IRS person, which that's not a spoiler because you've probably seen this. And from there, that's basically the only part of the movie that I can explain without. Oh, well, before they even get to Jamie Lee Curtis, it all starts in this elevator ride. Oh, and then her dad is played by James Hong. He's like been around for like a million years. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's in this movie. This is amazing. Don't even, like, I couldn't even tell you what have I seen him in, but everybody has probably seen this man in something. So it's where in the elevator ride where things get kind of goofy. Oh, and we can see that their marriage is falling apart, and he has divorce papers for her, and like they're going to the elevator, and he looks over at this older couple who give each other a kiss, and there's such warmth and love, and like it's just the way um I'm talking about Wayman, the husband, looks over at them, and it's just like gives you like so many feels and everything. So that's the normal life. Oh, and they have a daughter who is a lesbian, and mom hasn't fully accepted that, or her girlfriend, and doesn't want to tell her father, played by James Hong, because he doesn't think that he's going to be able to handle it and all this. So that sets up that they're part of their conflict. So, and then you just go for this ride. Then you're just about to go for this ride that is going to blow your mind and dazzle your sights and have you on the edge of your seat. And the part that I wasn't ready for was that this, if you have a kid, if you've got especially a teenager, or you've had a teenager, you, like me, at one point in this movie, might be sitting there, not crying at the movie. Oh, I had a tear at the movie. Like sobbing, like sobbing. And my kid was like, yeah, I felt it because I had my hand on my kid's knee, like holding it tight. But my body at one point was like shaking because it was the mother child stuff that's in here. Hit me like a ton of bricks, but like in the best way, if that makes any sense. So, like, yeah, thematically, if you've dealt with any, again, teenager, like a parent teenager relationship, mood disorders, loved somebody who's had mood disorders, particularly depression, in my opinion, this is something that I think was there. Like, I have not read or uh, watched something to tell me, about like a deep analysis, but I felt like if you suffer from depression or you love somebody who suffers from depression, that this would have a big impact on you, a lot of this. But that ultimately it's so life affirming And there's something there about mindfulness and appreciating each moment that we have. And it's it's beautiful. It's beautiful the way that they accomplish this. And that, yeah, I had no idea it was coming. I Maybe I shouldn't tell you that it's coming. But then maybe I'm telling you that it's coming and that'll make you want to go watch this movie because you didn't know what it was about. I don't know. There's lots of action. There are some, um, I don't even know, like, just thinking about some scenes that some people would see and be like, oh my, oh dear. So there are some scenes that are like that, but at the same time, oh my God, it's a masterpiece. If it's not nominated for Best Picture and a whole bunch of other stuff, then there's something wrong, basically, because it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. It's a ride. It's an experience. Um, I won't forget it, and I'm really glad I saw it with my kid. That's it. And I think that if you got a teenager, you should take them and go see this movie, and then like do like I do and did and hung on them like hecka tight as you walk out of the movie theater to the point where people probably wondering, are you kidnapping this child? Are you taking this child out of the movie theater against their will? You know, I couldn't even see. I'm over here doing something with my big arm that you can't even see, but I was like this. I was like grabbing the kid tight like that. So yeah, because this week at some point I had like one of the worst blow ups I've ever had with my kid and wondered, what am I doing? Why did I sign up for this job? What the hell? So this was a particularly great week to see this movie because I love being a mom and I love my kid, and it's basically one of the whole reasons I think that I exist. So anyway, but even if you don't have a kid, I think you would love this movie. So anyway, thanks for listening. I've talked for way too long, and yeah, that's it. I just needed to just get that out and tell you go see the movie. Okay, thanks.